This is Lance Phillips, and he was out on an appeal bond in Smith County, Texas. He had two important rules. He could do no podcasts and no vlogging, because if he did, he would go right to jail. So he didn't. But this is Heath Chadmis. He's the assistant district attorney in Smith County, Texas. And what he did was he allegedly lied, produced false evidence, and he even produced a false witness. And he told the judge at the Kangaroo Court that Lance Phillips was blogging and that he was doing podcasts, and it just was not true. There was no proof. Judge went back to his chambers to decide guilt or innocence, and the assistant district attorney turned around and looked at us in the audience. He knew that we didn't believe him, but he had to walk through all of us to get to the door. He was almost to the door when suddenly he ran back into the courtroom and he went up to this woman and he said, "Call me a liar again, see what happens to you. I can't believe you just called me a liar." And she goes, "I don't know what you're talking about." And he was just fixing to put hands on her when the bailiff, one pulled one arm and one pulled the other, and saved her just in time. And that's when C.J. Grisham stood up and he's like, "Dude, man, you need to calm down." And then the ADA got mad all over again and started screaming, "C.J. Grisham, you're the one that's causing all this trouble. I can't stand that you're causing all this trouble." Then the judge came back into the courtroom with his kangaroo and he said, "I find you guilty, Lance Phillips, of blogging and podcasting." So when you see this assistant district attorney around town, you need to ask him, how could you put an innocent man in jail when you knew that he never ever did any podcasting, that he never did any blogging? How can you be such a liar